Hello. Today we'll discuss one of the most interesting and symbolically important astrological events of 2026, the new moon in Gemini on June 14th to 15th. The new moon in Gemini is always associated with new ideas, learning, communication, information, and shifts in thinking. But this time, the situation is special. Uranus recently entered Gemini, where it will remain until 2033. This means that the June new moon is not just another point in the lunar cycle, but a unique start to a completely new period that will unfold over the next 7 to 8 years. Many astrologers call this new moon the first true signal of a new information age. General energy of the new moon. Gemini is an air sign. It is the energy of movement, curiosity, communication, knowledge, and connections. When the moon conjuncts the sun in Gemini, the universe seems to ask, "What new are you ready to learn?" It is no coincidence that during these periods, people begin their education, start new projects, change their social circle, launch blogs and channels, master technology, go on trips, start learning foreign languages. But in June 2026, Uranus joins this energy. Uranus is the planet of awakening. It brings surprises, insights, liberation, technological breakthroughs, revolutionary ideas, the destruction of outdated patterns. When Uranus enters Gemini, the very environment for information exchange changes. We can already see the beginning of enormous changes. The development of artificial intelligence, new ways of learning, the transformation of social media, the changing role of journalism, the emergence of fundamentally new forms of communication. Therefore, the main task of this new moon is to not cling to old ideas about how things should be. Flexibility becomes the main resource. Those who are willing to learn will receive new opportunities. Those who stubbornly cling to the past may feel confused. This new moon reminds us, the world is changing, and we, too, must change. Aries. For Aries, this new moon opens a completely new chapter in communication, information, and personal development. In the coming months, you may feel your usual rhythm of life accelerating. More contacts, conversations, correspondence, meetings, and new acquaintances will emerge. Uranus in Gemini will gradually teach you one important lesson. Sometimes victory is achieved not by force and pressure, but by knowledge and flexibility. Many Aries will become interested in new technologies, artificial intelligence, modern ways of earning money, and remote work. If you've long wanted to start a blog, channel, podcast, or educational project, this new moon could be the starting point. Fate will present you with people and ideas that can challenge your usual understanding of your own capabilities. Pay particular attention to information that comes unexpectedly. A chance meeting, message, or conversation could mark the beginning of an important life change. Taurus. For Taurus, a new financial cycle begins. After years of Uranus in your sign, literally forcing you to change, the time has come to put your experiences into practice. The new moon in Gemini emphasizes themes of money, resources, and self-esteem. Many Taurus will begin to seek new sources of income or consider how to monetize their knowledge and skills. Uranus will push you toward more modern ways of earning money. This could include online work, digital projects, consulting, teaching, or any information-based activity. An important lesson of the coming years is that stability will no longer depend on a single source of income. The broader your capabilities and competencies, the more confident you will feel. The new moon invites you to ask yourself, are your financial goals truly aligned with the person you have become today? Gemini. For Geminis, this is, without exaggeration, one of the most important new moons of the decade. Uranus has entered your sign for the first time in decades, ushering in a period of personal renewal. You may feel a strong desire to change your life, appearance, environment, or even your life goals. Many Geminis will unexpectedly discover previously hidden qualities. Some will begin pursuing creative endeavors, others will decide to change their profession, and still others will radically alter their lifestyle. The new moon opens the door to a new version of yourself. It's important to understand that Uranus dislikes restrictions. Therefore, any situations where you've endured discomfort or played someone else's role for too long will gradually begin to dissolve. The more you allow yourself to be authentic, the easier this period will be. The coming years have the potential to completely transform your destiny, but these changes will occur through freedom, not coercion. Cancer. For Cancers, a period of internal preparation for great changes begins. At first glance, it may seem like nothing special is happening in your life. But right now, profound processes are being triggered at the subconscious level. The new moon activates the sphere of completion, liberation, and spiritual growth. Many Cancers will feel the need to take a break from the hustle and bustle of the outside world and spend more time alone. Uranus will gradually begin to dissolve internal fears and limitations that have long prevented you from moving forward. You may suddenly realize that some old grievances, experiences, or beliefs no longer have power over you. Over the coming months, it's important to listen to your intuition. Answers may come through dreams, signs, casual conversations, or unexpected insights. This new moon reminds you, before you open a new door, sometimes you need to close an old one. Leo. For Leos, one of the most interesting social cycles of the coming years begins. The new moon illuminates the sphere of friends, like-minded individuals, groups, and future plans. Uranus in Gemini can literally revolutionize your social circle. People you would never have met in your usual environment may enter your life. Some acquaintances will seem random, but over time, they will turn out to be instrumental in shaping your future. For many Leos, a period of active work on the internet, social media, and various communities begins. This is also a time for dreams and long-term goals. Uranus loves to break boundaries, so don't be surprised if your plans suddenly take on a much larger scope. Now is especially important to not be afraid to step outside the confines of your usual social circle. Virgo. For Virgos, this new moon touches on one of the most important areas of life, career and purpose. You may feel a desire to reach a new level of professional development. New goals, ambitions, or projects may emerge. Uranus will gradually change your perception of success. What once seemed like the pinnacle of your career may suddenly lose its appeal. Many Virgos will begin to consider a more flexible work environment, starting their own business, or working in a technology-related field. The new moon opens up opportunities for professional growth through training and mastering new skills. It's possible that in the coming months you'll receive an offer that initially seems unexpected or even risky. Sometimes these offers are the beginning of the most successful stages of your life. Libra. One of the most inspiring periods is beginning for Libra. The airy energy of Gemini aligns perfectly with your sign, so many changes will be perceived not as stress, but as an adventure. The new moon opens the theme of travel, learning, expanding horizons, and new knowledge. Uranus will encourage you to go beyond your usual worldview. An interest in new cultures, languages, or areas of study may arise. For some, this period will bring actual travel and relocation, while for others, it will be an inner journey through new knowledge and experience. The key now is to not limit yourself by believing you already know everything. The more curious you are, the more amazing opportunities will open up to you. Scorpio. For Scorpios, a period of deep inner renewal begins. The new moon touches on themes of trust, shared resources, financial commitments, and psychological transformation. This is not the most superficial new moon. It invites you to look deeper and be honest about what's long been in need of change. Uranus can unexpectedly reveal new ways to solve old problems. Many Scorpios will be freeing themselves from fears, dependencies, and limiting beliefs. An important financial process related to investments, inheritances, loans, or joint projects may also begin. The less you cling to the past, the easier it will be to embrace the renewal that is coming into your life. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, this new moon is directly related to relationships. This applies not only to love, but also to business partnerships, friendships, and any alliances built on the interaction of two people. Uranus in Gemini will be opposite your sign, so life will bring the most unexpected events through other people. New acquaintances, unexpected offers of collaboration, and unusual encounters are possible. Some relationships may end if they have long since stalled. Others, on the contrary, will reach a completely new level. Sagittarius' main task during this period is to learn to combine freedom and intimacy without sacrificing either. Capricorn. For Capricorns, the new moon opens a new cycle in work, daily life, and health matters. Uranus will gradually begin to change your habits and attitude toward time management. Many representatives of this sign will realize that old work methods no longer produce the same results. This is an excellent time for implementing new technologies, automating processes, and mastering modern tools. The new moon also reminds us of the need to take care of our physical and emotional well-being. The coming years will show that effectiveness depends not only on the amount of effort, but also on the ability to work intelligently. The sooner you let go of outdated patterns, the easier it will be to move forward. Aquarius. Aquarius is experiencing a real creative upsurge. Since Uranus is considered the modern ruler of your sign, its transit into Gemini opens a particularly favorable period for you. The new moon activates the sphere of love, creativity, inspiration, and self-expression. Many Aquarians will feel a surge of energy and a desire to pursue what truly brings them joy. This is an excellent time to launch creative projects, develop a personal brand, and showcase their talents to the world. Inspiring romantic encounters or a new stage in an existing relationship are also possible. The main thing is to allow yourself to be original and not try to meet other people's expectations. Pisces. Pisces begins an important cycle related to home, family, and an inner sense of security. The new moon may bring changes in housing, family relationships, or future plans. Uranus will gradually free you from old family patterns and habits that no longer contribute to your development. Some Pisces may consider moving, renovating, or creating a new space for living and creativity. This period can also bring a surprising understanding that a true home is not just a place, but also an inner state. The new moon invites us to build a stronger foundation for the future, based on freedom, honesty, and emotional maturity. So, friends, the new moon on June 14th to 15th, 2026, is the first truly powerful lunar point of the new Uranus in Gemini era. This is a time of new ideas, unexpected opportunities, connections, learning, and awakening of consciousness. In the coming years, many of us will see the world around us rapidly changing. But the main question of this new moon is different. Are you ready to change your thinking before circumstances force you to? This is precisely the main lesson of Uranus in Gemini and the new moon of June 2026. Subscribe to the channel. There are many star signs here.